Alright, let's do this. So, I advertised for the costume contest now, even though it's only the first week of October. I didn't do it right at the beginning because I didn't know if I was going to actually be able to pull this off. I'm pulling it off. So I'm going to do the challenge, and it's like, what do you do with 31 costumes that you know, your character in a costume that you did for Halloween, and now it's Halloween? Well, I'm going to do a stream on Halloween, which is going to be the costume contest. We're going to show videos, we're going to do things. There is, I believe we're either 13 days or either 12 or 13 days. I don't know how many days we are from reaching 1,000 videos on YouTube. Yay us! We did it. It is obviously we're gonna have a costume on that day. I gotta figure out which character it's going to be. It's definitely not going to be like the 13th or anything like that, which would be fun if it was, but it's not. And I'm not going to force it. I put out feelers for people to throw out suggestions to do. Nobody has. Just fine. I'm very jealous of some people who do the I'd like to get friends, and they do the VTuber support chain, and they do all these things, and they have 100 and something odd people responding. I did that, and I had about, oh yeah, one. I try to go to the people who are not doing, you know, they put those things out and they didn't do so many. Try to like help them out. But I don't know, maybe it is the female. There's a big boobed person on there, and that's how they attract everybody in. I don't know. Yeah, and I'm a freaking, overweight gremlin. So maybe that's what it is. I don't know. I still haven't figured out how to utilize the followers that I have on the platform formerly known as Twitter. I don't know. I just can't figure it out. So I put the contest up now because and I'm not going to do it on the day because I usually have like 3 or 4 people. I mean, yes, I've had 20, I've had 50, I've had 100 people viewing my stream at some point. I am not counting on that because so far with doing the the Dead by Daylights, and I did power washing. I had one other person come in and watch the video with me, and I don't even know didn't raid because it's not worth it to raid without enough people. And if it happens, it's going to happen like that. Some of the costumes have gotten a lot of attention, and I'm going to capitalize on that. So what I'm doing is I'm gathering up all the likes for the videos, and not just for the videos, but all the likes for the when I posted them on all the platforms. So you could vote on every single one of them. If you're cross-platform with me, you could give a vote on every single one of these things, and you can have 5, 6, 7 votes. I think that's it would be 7 votes per costume. I'm going to tally them all up, and I'm going to tally them all up, and that's going to be the number that they're going to be going against each other with. I'm going to give everybody a chance. I'm probably going to throw up a poll in Twitch so that we can add more votes in there. But the numbers aren't going to go down. It's not going to start back over from 0. They are whatever votes they have. So like if one group wins by 1 vote and they enter into another contest and the person has thousands of votes on them, it's very unlikely that the votes will carry them. I will use an example. If the contest was between the 7 that I just did now, Ghost from Modern Warfare 2 would win. That's exactly how it would happen. It is just basically who's got the most votes. Again, I'm going to give it an opportunity to change, but for the most part, it's going to be pretty much set before we even start. And the total number of votes will be who the winner is. There's not going to be any come from behind, or somebody's got, let's say, 1,000 votes total, and they're not going to start over again. It's they're going to have this. They're going to have competition against each other in order for somebody else to defeat them. I'm pretty much already going to know who the winner is before it starts. But people have done really crazy things, and a new winner could be chosen. It's just how it works. We're going to go on to show the video that we're going to play the videos of the contestants. I think what I'm going to do is, if somebody loses, and it's a one-shot, you lose, you're out. I mean, it's not going to be this, but I think the people, the costumes that didn't make it, I am going to do play their videos. At each round, and I think that that's a really good way to go. So I like the half-hour mark, and yes, seems like a plan. We got a plan here. So that's basically what my October is going to be. November, I am going to start the Potteroos up again. It is going to be kind of like a lackadaisical month. As we gear up, I have to get my studio set up and everything like that. And that's pretty much what I'm going to do for Christmas. I might try to do an interview with Santa again. I'm not holding my breath on that. I'm not holding my breath on an interview with Santa. We can figure it out from there. I'd love to do the interview with Santa, but gotta get a lot of things gotta fall into place, and I have too many people making too much money as Santa Claus for Christmas to take the time out to do this. I had one person that was going to do it for me, and 2-hour time that I had with them turned into 1 hour, and could not get it coordinated. It's just fine. It happens. And I did a whole Santa stood me up and everything like that. I think it was my first year. My first year Christmas was just awful. It's just an awful freaking season for me. I really did not handle it well, gearing up for the first year. Now, like I said, I'm definitely gonna take it easy. I have already figured out how to make the spinning Potteroos. I just need to start doing it. It's going to take a little bit of a redraw on certain things, and it's whatever. I got 80 to do. Basically, I have to redraw. Well, I have to draw the front and the back, and I have to redraw the side so that it spins better. When I originally drew the Potteroos, and most people won't even be able to tell. I could probably do it without it, but I did not build them for. What do you call? I did not build them to be did not build them to spin. I didn't draw them that way, and like it's really difficult to even tell like what is a spin drawing. I have actually did a little bit of research into it, and the original pottery, which is what I based mine on, was not meant for spinning. And then it changed from that one to the one that I originally saw in the video, which is what I thought that they were, and they weren't. And I believe it's based on the King Arthur from Fate's Day Night, and that's how it really originated. I would assume the whole thing. Saber. I think Saber is such a better name than calling her King Arthur. Which, if you really want to know, doesn't make much sense, except for the fact that they wanted to make Arthur a woman. I should probably get to work, but trying to think if there's anything else. But yeah, so much is happening, and it's like I said, I try to gauge what I'm doing based on what people are watching. But the truth is that I'm not getting the viewership that I was hoping for. And I actually had somebody just recently tell me that it's the fact that I haven't been streaming enough. And I wanted to like shake them and say like, listen, the reason I'm not streaming enough is because I don't have the viewership. It's like doing the art. I actually love watching people do art. I think art streams are fantastic and wonderful, but it also gets to the point where, especially if they're not progressing, which happens a lot, or they're drawing from an already established picture. And I'm not talking about templates, because I use templates all the time. But when they already have the picture drawn and all they're doing is basically just tracing it out, I kind of just lose interest. Shading, I'm not interested in watching people do their shading. I think it's kind of boring. I know that all my pictures are flat and have no shading on them, and it's kind of like okay, well, maybe you should put some shading in there. And I have put some shading in several drawings, and it's like nobody even seems to notice. Either that, or they just hate that art. They hate that art so much that they don't even comment on it. But when I first started drawing, it was all about shading. Shade this, shade that, shade around, why aren't you doing any shading? Shading is like key. Shading is everything. And it's like going, no, it's not. Shading is after you're done with your art. The picture is what matters. But yeah, you can have too much shading. And I personally think that most things that I see, that people have overdone the shading. I'm definitely under that. I'm definitely, like I said, my pictures are all flat, so I don't get engaged into the shading realm too much. But that's really just personal preference. It also throws so many algorithms off, and I have a few imitators, and I'm really kind of I'm kind of happy that they're imitating me. I actually kind of just wish that they would engage with me instead of just stealing my work and reproducing it. It's great that they're doing that, but it's like because they're being creative. But I can help you out. It's definitely showing. It's definitely starting to show their limitations when I look at their art that they're stealing from me. They don't know how to make the changes that they need, and I would definitely give them the changes that they need to make their things better, because they're basically using me as their template. And I also don't know if they're AIing it. Because if they're using my art and AIing it, then yeah, no wonder it's coming out bad. My art really doesn't mix with other people's. It is what it is. There's a few other things. I mean, it's 'tis the season to after October, it is basically where people start retiring and quitting and stuff like that. School becomes too much. School is the reason why they're able to stream. I mean, all that stuff, their new jobs and their new things and their new, whatnots. There's so many people right now that I'm missing because they've quit, and there's so many new people coming in, and it's definitely a numbers game. When I started out, there were so many streamers coming in, and mostly because I think it was because of COVID, that they had more time on their hands and they had more things to do, and they can actually do the streaming. The problem is that there was no money then, and there's no money now. So when somebody celebrates a year, I'm happy for them. But even after a year, some people aren't even making their second year. And I'm very happy to have been a consistent streamer. I am happy to be that I'm a consistent streamer, that I am going to be celebrating 3 years of this. It's going to be 3 years of this, and then it's going to be 2 years on Twitch in June. It was supposed to be celebrating incongruent. Supposed to be the Twitch and the YouTube were supposed to be celebrating together. But things happen. We're going to celebrate everything. My birthday and 3 years, and all my stuff. 16 years of Twitch. mean, 16 years of Twitter. Sorry. I'm going to be celebrating that in January. Yeah, it's a lot of things. Yeah, 10. It's going to be 16 years. On Twitter, it's going to be 10 years here on YouTube. But it's going to be 3 years as a streamer. Like, everything happens in January, and I would have loved for Twitch to have done the same, but it didn't. So wherever you are, whatever you're doing, I hope you're having a fantastic time doing it. We are... I think I can squeeze you in there. Full freaking house today. Yeah, I hope you have a fantastic time doing it. As always, if you write cool beans in the comments below, that would make my day. Make my day. And we're going to continue. We're going to keep moving forward. I hope the contest will be a complete and total success. So take care. All right, bye.